big nerd.
Theatre nerd? I'm beating this theatre kid up. 1. Him tried to entice me with a hat.
Let's cut this. We'll go from down.
Thank you.
I like the dice in the Nightmare bundle.
I thought they were the same as the normal bundle.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure I got 3 of them now.
Oh, okay.
I have to check. I've checked my
Anyway, I like the dice in the Nightmare bundle. It's really pretty.
I like the...
No, it's not glow in the dark.
I like the gubbins of the Nightmare bundle, but I'm not sure if I would like that every holiday gift bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like the posters. I like the little deck boxy thing being the VHS tapes.
It's cute.
Yeah. But what's the next? The release calendar. I think, is it the Death Race is next holiday set, or am I way off?
No, way off.
Okay.
The next set is Innistrad. Then it's Death Race. Then I think it's Tarkir. Then it's the Space one. It's probably a Marvel set, to be fair, at Christmas next year.
I think the Marvel sets are going to be like the Assassins, Final Fantasy, they're Lord of the Rings, where it's just like they're printed to the board and they're on their own thing. But I would expect a Marvel holiday release, 100%. Q4 2025 is Lorwyn. It's wrestling. Not Lorwyn wrestling. That would be incredible. No, it's the Lorwyn set is Q4 2025. So Death Race is actually...
Wait, what's wrestling? Is it the code name?
The code names of sports. So it was tennis.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, tennis, volleyball, wrestling. Yeah. Lorwyn wrestling would be sick though. Could you imagine? Jesus Christ. So the release schedule is Innistrad Remastered. January 2025. Tennis, which is Death Race, Q1.
So
Ultimate, which is Tarkir, Q2.
Oh, did I get it right? I did. And then it's Space Opera. Oh, man.
Yeah, Universe Beyond Final Fantasy, Q2. Volleyball, which is the space-themed set, Q3. Wrestling, which is the Lorwyn set, Q4. Universes Beyond Marvel throughout the year. So that means is Final Fantasy draftable?
Probably.
2 draftable Universes Beyond sets in the same year.
If they don't make it,
wild.
Because they didn't do 40k draftable, but this is going to be...
No.
Final Fantasy is going to be
Final Fantasy straight into modern, and it's every game. They've said like it's going to be cards from every game.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. So
I bet there won't be cards from the best Final Fantasy, which is Tactics Advance.
Tactics, yes.
Tactics Advance.
Yes.
The best Final Fantasy.
The amount of my lessons in college that I wasn't paying attention to because I was playing that under the table on my GBA. Such a good game. So good. Wow. Yeah.
I want a card where you just like you push someone off like five stories of bricks and they die. So yeah, that's interesting actually. I didn't realize that they're going to be 2 big UB draftable sets.
Yeah.
Plus. And I'm sure Final Fantasy will have all the gubbins, but like in terms of commander and sets and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting, right? Because what they probably looked at and gone, Marvel, whilst massive, is really for a Western audience. And Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy
is huge overseas.
Yeah, it's huge in APAC.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's still massive over here. I mean, Marvel is big over there, but it's based on,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's
based on audience trends. It's way more Western.
But Final Fantasy is going to be huge everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's more interesting because it's like they are going to like Final Fantasy characters in like Asia sell like cup noodle and stuff like that, right? They don't. There's not that much of like a brand mascot vibe over here, which is hilarious because over here, in Western cultures, Final Fantasy is like redeemed as this very serious art, like arty, not arty, but like self-serious. Like these are really important games, and then in Japan they're selling like soda on every single like street corner. They're just like they way more like mascot-fied over there. So that's cool. I think it's gonna be interesting to see like what the what the marketing differences and the focuses are. I don't think I know Final Fantasy won't be as big a seller as Marvel or them. So I wonder if Final Fantasy is like their Doctor Who, right? That's what it feels like. It's going to be like something that's like really taken care of. The cards are really cool, and it sells okay.
I don't know, because I was thinking that maybe, but you've said about Asia and stuff. It's going to do majorly good over there.
It's going to do crazy.
I know that you underestimate the power of the weebs as well. The weebs are going to eat this up.
Oh no, I'm sure they'll be fine. But like, here's the thing about the weebs. Is typically when you go, hey, you have to put up money en masse, they don't show up. Dude, there was a Final Fantasy card game and it didn't do gangbusters. There is
I guess
there are card games based on these fandoms, and they do okay, obviously, but they've never, pushed into the big three or like a top tier.
You say that though, but there was a Marvel Miniatures game. There's been several Marvel Miniatures games that have just been okay.
But I think Marvel has the issue where they put their license everywhere. Yeah. So it's kind of like desensitization. So you're just like, whatever, it's fine.
Also, it's a lot easier to collect cards. Yeah, I don't know. I think Marvel's going to be the biggest thing next year, but I don't think it's going to do better than Lord of the Rings. And I do think Final Fantasy is going to be on its tail quite close.
I think they're going to pull out sneaky, not crossover, but like they are going to do variants and showcases that are, hey, remember those like 90s Marvel trading cards you used to collect? Here are the Magic versions of those, and that is going to make people spend so much money. Right? They obviously won't get Jim Lee because they can't, because he's now getting comic shit. Like he's DC forever, but like they are going to. This is their. How can we extract as much money out of not only Magic collectors, but comic book collectors as well? Like how do we, like, art cards, baby, have been the way to, like, they're looking at how art cards do and how art cards are presented, and maybe that's their way in which is Marvel people will buy the art cards 100%. Yeah. Right. And I'm sure it happened in Lord of the Rings as well. I'm not as like in step with that culture, but the art cards has direct correlation to what comic book collectors were buying in the 90s and early 2000s, which was just trading cards. And that crossover is huge. Like during COVID, there was the massive kind of boom in like sports cards culture, and you still see it. I watch those TikToks every now and again, just as like I've got the sickness where I'd be like, they'll be like, oh, it's this guy, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. But it's interesting. I don't know. It's like it's just some American basketball player on like a B team or something. But like the reactions and like the culture around it is similar to Magic. Obviously, like I think we are a lot better with TikTok, YouTube, hype voice. Like we don't really. We have a couple of them. We don't really have as many of that. Like, but in the sports card scene, and I would guess like if comic book cards were a thing now, it would be very, very similar. I just think the self-awareness of a Magic player is higher than most other fandoms. We're a fucking miserable lot, honestly. We are.
But speaking of self-awareness, we need to be self-aware of the rolling style of the podcast, and now we're into the intro section. That was a long one. It's going to be short. We're going to cut it. But hello, welcome to episode 17 of Magic Castles podcast. I am Tom Overfiend, and this is Adam GCB. Hello, Adam.
Hello. Sorry, if you get me talking about like marketing and like audience behaviors and consumer behavior, I will just yap.
He's a yapper.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Yes, episode 17. Damn. Okay.
We're approaching the halfway a year mark.
Would that be?
You'd think after doing this for a year, it'd be better at speaking.
What episode would that be?
23.
Yeah. Wow.
That'd be crazy. A year. Holy shit.
Yeah. Wow. So let's roll into the welcome back. the welcome back step. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the good stuff. Press all the positive engagement buttons. Follow us on Bluesky now. Don't follow us on Twitter. We don't want you to follow us on Twitter.
I mean,
don't follow us on Twitter, but just
you can follow us on Twitter if you want. I don't think we're going to be posting as much on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
I
the
think
exodus has begun.
I think so, but I think so like in a positive way more than a oh fuck that the ship is really sinking way. I think this is a moment in time where the platform of X, formerly known as Twitter, is removing safeguards for users that are the most at risk, and those audiences who are at most at risk is a large portion of Magic the Gathering Twitter or Magic the Gathering social communities. So them moving over to Bluesky where they feel more safe makes the most sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think like I don't know about you, but my brain is so rotted by Twitter where I will just write out a post. I'd be like, no one wants to fucking read this.
Oh God, yeah, I do that so much.
And I just delete it, right?
I did that this morning.
Where I'm just like, and it's because your brain has told you this isn't going to perform well. No one wants to see this.
Yep.
Whereas Bluesky actually wants you to just keep throwing stuff out. It wants you to populate. And, you know, there is no, the way, like, without sounding like too much of a crypto bro, which I'm not, fuck that shit. But like, Bluesky is decentralized. There is no owner, kind of. So there's no need for ads or anything like that yet. So there's no need for pushing algorithms or anything, that kind of stuff. It's very, very flat in terms of algorithm. So anything you put out will be seen by people who are following you, which is a double-edged sword because it means you can no longer blame the algorithm for people not liking your posts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just direct. I'm just not funny. It's something that will have to go through your head. You know,
but yes, go follow us on there.
Yes, we're a Magic Castles pod at Bluesky social, whatever. Just search Magic Castles.
Search Magic Castles. Yeah.
They need to sort that out as well. That domain stuff. The messy handles will be the thing that kills it in the long term. Mm-hmm. They need to really, really just have a thing. People would pay to have that bit removed. I guarantee it.
Anyway. Follow us there.
Sorry.
Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube because TikTok. A lot of you don't. TikTok, yeah, follow us on TikTok. I've been putting out more TikToks there, thankfully. I've been back on it. So yeah, Spotify, that too. I'm so out of it today. I'm just not with it. Should we go into the upkeep?
Sure.
Let's go into Upkeep. It's a really quiet one this week.
That's fine.
Weeks. Yeah. I'm a pauper player now. I'm giving up on Commander. I'm a full-time pauper mega star.
He's had enough.
I have my pauper deck here with a scuffed AF sticker on it. It's ready to go. I'm entered into the pauper regionals, which are happening next month in Sheffield. I still haven't played a game of Pauper. But yeah, I'm going to enter it and I'm going to top 8 and then I'm going to go to Rome to the finals or whatever, I think.
To be honest, as someone who used to play a lot of tournament Magic, the tournaments that you are most underprepared for will always be the ones that you spike or do well in because you're just not in your own head. Like,
oh yeah.
The tournaments I went to where I was like, this is the one where I'm going to do really well. Mm-hmm. Never. But the ones where I would flunk out of the main event and then just do, a GPT side event when those were sort of thing. I mean, they'll be coming back. But I would do like a modern GPT and like top 8 Swiss or first place Swiss on occasion. And it's like, oh, that's nice. I really wish that that happened in the other thing. But it's just one of those weird, mental things that as soon as you're in your own head and you're like, oh, I need to do well at this thing, you're not going to do well at it.
Oh, yeah, I'm not expecting anything. But
what kind of tier deck are you like? First of all, what deck are you playing in Pauper?
I'm playing mono blue fairies.
Okay, and then what kind of tier is that considered in Pauper?
It's a good one.
Okay.
It wins. It's won events.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil because I'm going to do a video about this, like my journey. Yeah. So I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, I've got somebody helping me. I don't want to spoil too much because you're going to have to stay tuned to the video. Yeah, it is a deck that wins. I was talking to Ashley as well. She said that it won This won like a 40-player tournament that they were at recently. Okay, so it wins games. Wins tournaments.
I think because the way that you play EDH is the way that I used to play a lot of competitive Magic, which was like I'm going to bring the weird thing that I enjoy playing. That isn't the best deck, and I'm too old to do that now, and I would just take the best deck like every single time. This is now.
The thing about Pauper that I like is there is no real best deck. Sure, the more you play a deck, the better you are at it, and like the better the deck performs, which is something that really appeals to me.
Yeah, I think Pioneer's pretty similar. Like, there's obviously like the best decks in Pioneer, but I think back in when I was playing, like the gulf between tier 1 and tier 2 was so large that if you were playing anything below the best decks, it's like point. Whereas I think in Pioneer, like those gaps are like a lot closer, and the second or third, not even second, third, but like the lower tier decks kind of in the middle on a good day, or if they've got a really good pilot who's been playing them for like a long period of time, they're going to be potentially someone walking into the room with the best deck and not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
So me, basically.
Cool. But yeah. So I've got we're doing an event at Axiom as well. There's a Pauper event the week before the regionals, so I'll be entering that. But yeah, it's going to be fun and interesting, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
When was the last time you played like 1-on-1 60 card Magic, like best of 3?
Pre-release.
I mean, limited doesn't count.
Never.
Okay. Okay.
It really is a EDH noob, and EDH noob wins Pauper regionals ? Yeah. That's
I think that's cool. I think like I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm just too tired and old.
It was such a spur of the moment thing. Like I wanted to get into Pauper. I had most of the cards. I bought some of them at Command Fest in the box. In the somebody put the Moon Circuit Hackers and the Ninja and Deep Hours just in the bulk box. I was like, okay, this is a sign. And then I got started talking to a couple of guys on the Discord. And they're like, oh, the regionals are coming up. You should enter. I was like, I know I am. And then I'm in the posts. They're like adding all the people who are showing up, like all the Pauper and Carl from Card Market who's there, and then I'm there, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, that's fun.
That's like, yeah. And what? Okay, shall I ask you more questions about your deck because it will spoil the video?
No, go on.
I was just gonna say, like, kind of what is it? Mid-range control, aggro.
It's control, spell starter sprite mostly, and then ninjas bouncing them back to hand and
okay. I think
it's got very sear.
Yeah.
The thing with this deck, the creature block, the creature package is always exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's always Moon Circuit Hacker, Ninja of the Deep Hours, Fairy Seer, Spellstarter Sprite, Fairy Macabre. Not Fairy Macabre. There's one, you draw a card for each other copy of it you have on the battlefield. Fairy something beginning with them. So yeah, it's just basically a bunch of flyers to get in, and then a bunch of ninjas to bounce them back to hand.
That's cool.
And that's always the same. Oh, Brine Burrow Intruder as well. It's a flasher, and it gives -2/-0, so you've got a bit of protection.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just mono blue. Fun. Awesome. Very me.
And then yesterday, or as when this goes live, Saturday, we played with Jen and Donnie from MTG Field for Casuals on their stream, so you can go watch the VOD on their Twitch. That was a long ass game, but in like there was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was very swingy as well.
I 100% missed like 1,000 triggers, but I was so hungry. I hadn't eaten like all day, so I was just like I was literally, I think it was like Donnie's turn. No, it was a time. So I did my turn, and then you went, and I was just ordering. Like I'm just off screen ordering Domino's, just like I need food.
There was a point at the end where I noticed you missed a bunch of triggers. And I was he's going to win anyway. I'm just not going to.
I missed so many fucking triggers. It was like a morbid opportunist that I stuck under a General's Enforcer. I just forgot that it existed because I was like, oh, this is like non-legendary human stuff over here, but like I don't need to worry about that. So yeah, I was playing Campbell. Tom was playing some red Kamigawa bullshit.
Minichi, Fever Dream. Yeah, it's good stuff.
What's that, dude?
I did like Jen's deck was pretty fun. I like that.
Yeah, Butch is actually quite interesting, I think. I think there's ways you can go with it. And then Donnie was playing the Rakdos, make a bajillion mana, play an Eldrazi. But like, I felt bad because it was really clear that like Donnie's deck was always going to be the problem deck because it could just explode, and he has like all his setup pieces are really good, right? He has like Whip Erebos, he has Hammer Perforos, he has like all this kind of stuff. So it's like you have to keep that on lock because if he gets anything to the graveyard, it's going to get whipped out, or like, you know, it's out of nowhere there's going to be, you know, an Eldrazi Titan just staring you down in the face, and you're like, oh, I have to deal with this now. Whereas like Jen is just doing cute stuff with like river snake or tunnel, what are they called from Fallout? Tunnel snakes. Yeah, tunnel snakes. Jen's just doing cute stuff with tunnel snakes. River snakes, I think, is Riverdale, which is weird that I know that.
It's Butch's gang, the River Snakes.
Yeah.
Fallout. Yeah.
So Jen's just doing like mono black like counter stuff, which is really, really fun. And then you're making things red, big butts in red, and then trying to get them in. And I'm playing like I play bad cards like Hunted, fucking Horror, and like Haunted Angel, and all this kind of like give you a guy, I get a guy. And then Donnie's just there with like Rakdos with Erebos. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. We need to like put this on lock. This is the problem. But no, it was really cool. Really fun game. Go check it out.
The thing with those two, Donnie's always the target, so don't worry. Donnie always dies first. That's the
yeah. I didn't feel bad. I just felt like if it was like I was dealing with him, and then you were dealing with him, and then Jeb was dealing with him. It was just there was numerous examples because you, I think, had an issue where like you were land screwed.
Yeah.
So like I didn't want to target you too much because you were like trying to get a board built up. Meanwhile, Jen's just doing stuff with like mono black snakes and rogues, and I was like, okay, I have to like keep this guy in check. So I was trying to like not send everything one way for the kind of social contracts of the game, but it was still a fun game.
No, it was good game.
I drew so many cards, and I was only drawing like. I was drawing engines, and it wasn't until the end that I was drawing like the Hunted Horrors or the, you know, I get a thing, you get a thing.
Yeah,
you get a thing, I get a thing.
You only played a couple of those towards the end.
I literally had like nothing. I was drawing interaction, which is good and definitely needed, and then just like the kind of keep Campbell alive humans. So it was a bit of a weird one.
The thing that really stopped me was getting the core tapper taken out early. He's not a core tapper, sorry, Brass Squire. That was so key to that deck. Getting that and having the manifold key as well to do it twice. I was so hyped when I had that. But then when the core tapper? When the Brass Squire was taken out, just because that was it gives me free equip basically. And then manifold key, I can untap it so I can do it twice because that deck has got a lot of equip 3 shields and stuff in it. I feel and then make them unblockable and sneak through. But
I feel like the issue with your deck that you were having was like all of your enablers, which is so obvious.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we need to stop this because this is.
I mean, the real problem with it is I didn't draw land for like 4 turns. And I had 3 land.
Yeah,
and I so nearly had you at the end as well with that double strike, and I could have done 10 commander.
I had removal in my hand. So
I know.
To deal with something. But yeah. It was I
felt so good about that point, but yeah.
But that was the problem is I had to hold on to remove. So there were so many times. So the way that you really want to play Campbell is if you have multiple pieces of interaction, because he has the once per like on this turn trigger or clause. Sorry, I like remove something or sack something during
on each turn. Yeah,
on each turn. but I had to hold up all my removal in case Donnie did bullshit, basically. Yeah. So I was sitting there just like with... So that's why the...
Lifestyle.
This is why the Parting Gust, and I had like a Stroke of Midnight in my hand for like forever. And I was like, I need to hold up like both. The fish wasn't too much right. Like the Parting Gust just good for like what I did in that game, which was like blink this thing being saw in half, right? Just get it out of the way so it fizzles. But I was just sitting on removal like for 3 turn cycles, which is not actually how that deck wants to play it.
Yeah.
So I was playing. Well, I wasn't playing to the deck's plan, but I was probably playing smarter, which is very unlike me. It is what it is. And then today, at the time of recording anyway, or in a couple of hours, we're going to be on the Brazen Coalition stream, but
yeah,
that would already happen by now when you're watching this, so you can go watch the VOD.
Go watch me win.
What are you playing? You're playing Ezio.
I'd like to play Ezio, yeah.
You can play Ezio. Just play Ezio, it's fine. I'm playing Nekazar, I don't care. I'm literally, we're going to finish recording, and I need to make edits to Nekazar because it's wildly out of date. And there was stuff in the Duskmorn precons, Duskmorn precons that I need to add in. So I'm going to do that after this, which is what I did with Campbell yesterday as well, which is like 20 minutes before the stream goes live. I was like, I need to add some cards.
I was finding upgrades for Minichi in that game, which was very annoying.
Yeah, I'm so behind on admin. So I am 2 bundles basically full of like bulk rare, not bulk rares and mythics. And then both of my nightmare bundles, I haven't sorted out yet. So I've got so much admin. So if you get us to 1,000 followers on TikTok, you'll see me going through all this stuff. And there's good shit in there. That's the another thing that's really upsetting me is that I know there's really good stuff in there that I need to be like, oh yeah, this needs a home. I need to fix this.
Speaking of good stuff, another upkeep thing, I took apart maybe 6 precons and I think 5 decks the other day.
What? Okay, go through what precons, if you can remember.
Caesar, Fallout, Caesar, Dogmeat. I didn't do Mothman, he's still together, which is annoying.
Mothman's good.
Yeah, I've taken cards out of it already.
Okay.
What's the other? Oh, no, I just kept the other one. So
Preston.
Caesar, Dogmeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. The other one is...
Oh, no, Dogmeat. Yeah. Sorry. Preston's Dogmeat.
I also took apart Ixalan Vampires, Ixalan Dinosaurs. I took apart Olivia Cowboys. I took apart... I think that's it.
That's 6. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I took it, and then
I mean, Ixalan ones make sense because they're solved. They're not particularly...
Yeah.
You add, like 3 cards each of them and they become better, but otherwise...
Yeah, I mean, I had upgraded Vampires, but I was just like, I'm never going to play this. And I've got Gishat, so I'm like, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
And then, I took apart a bunch of decks that I'm never going to play, just old decks, dumb things. I had a Horde of Notions deck. That was one of the first ones I ever built because I got a really nice full art, like hand-painted, like altar.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice.
So I was like, oh, hi, I'll build that. It's cute. And then I never played it because it was kind of bad. Yeah. So I've got a box of 12 Sol Rings and like 17 Command Towers now, somehow. I have a box of staples that Command Tower, I can't see it. So I've added to that. So now I've got 17 Command Towers. Yeah. It's pretty cool though, because there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, they're good for value. I started having a staples box and it's gone to shit. So it's all just in these somewhere. But again, once we have the 1,000 TikTok followers and we're live streaming the admin, that will happen where I think I need to go through and be like, okay, we're going to keep 4 of each common and just get rid of keep a playset of each common if I have them and just get rid of the rest. There's so much common stuff. I need to get rid of all my Infinity. I just don't know why I have it. I have so much Infinity I need to get rid of. But yeah, cool. I need to go through, I think, because I'm now approaching 30... God, how much am I approaching? Sorry, I'm checking. I'm approaching like 35 decks. I think that's too many. And I'm not playing all of them. So I need to really And maybe we'll do it as an episode. Maybe we'll go through and rate, okay, actually, what do I keep? What do I take apart?
I'm never doing that.
My thing is like, some I'm like, okay, this is actually just a shell of this strategy. And if a commander comes along that is like interesting for green, white, +1/+1 tokens, because I have a Sovereign Okenek deck that I've never played. Because every time I look at it, I'm like, this is pure math. But then Black Panther is green, white tokens, kinda. Green, white, +1/+1 counters, kinda. So like, do I just, once that drops, relook at the deck and kind of shift some stuff around? Yeah. This is a $340. I'm looking at the deck list now. It's a $340 deck that I've never played. And it's just sitting on my shelf.
Yeah.
One of these somewhere.
It's
so is there something that I could do? It's got good shit in it. It's got like it's got a Kodama with a West Tree in it. It's got like an Ozolith in it. It's all just sitting in. It's got a the Heroes of the Multiverse, like the all art treatment they did for March of the Machine. It's got like an Elish Norn like version of that in it. It's just like it's all just sitting in a box I've never used. So I think that's something I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, I've got some like the Omo from Modern Horizon 3. And they said Commander Masters, it basically was, wasn't it? That deck is one that I really want to love, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, weird. Anyway.
I mean, maybe I'll, if we play game 2 tonight, maybe I'll bring out Sovereign and just be like, oh, this is horrible, and never want to play this ever again. And then that will give me enough fuel to take it apart for sure. Cool.
Yeah,
main bit 1. We're gonna do some EDHREC Shuffle blind ranks. We haven't done these in a while.
Yeah.
Here are the rules.
This is our like meat and veg. This is our. I know this is our thing.
This is us properly eating our vegetables. I'm just closing down 1,000 ads on EDHREC. I am sorry. 1 second, Jesus Christ. And then doing a bit of a zoom. Cool. I will share my screen. So here are the rules. You have 5 placements. They are blank. You get to put in.
Oh God.
Yeah, you get to put in any entry into our blank position 1 through 5. I will give you your theme in a minute. Jesus Christ, I'm bad at hosting today. I apologize. I'm also tired. Cool. The theme today is legendary creatures you could take in a fist fight. I'm really hoping for like children.
Yeah,
on your
I'm in R2.
Yeah,
a doll
on your go, not my go. And then we can make, if you have questions about so many ads. If you have questions about context, we can do that as we go. So 1 through 5. Here's your first entry.
So hang on, 1 is. I mean, that's just a bunny rabbit.
One is I can definitely take. Like I can kill this fucker.
1. Let's go then.
Yeah. And then 5 is like I do not want to touch this in a fist fight.
Okay. Phineas Ace Archer. He's a bunny rabbit. Am I on Duskmorn? Not Duskmorn. Am I on
Bloomburrow?
Am I a creature?
I think the fighting situation is you are on whatever turf you find neutral to you.
Can I step in? Because there's a podcast I listen to and they have a thing. It's a comic book podcast, like comic book movies. They have a thing where they do this. They do episodes where it's like 2 things versus each other.
Yeah.
The way they say it is an American football pitch, which they're Australian, so they have no idea of how big that is. Both opponents appear at either end. Yeah. You appear at either side, and it's just, that's it.
Yeah, sure. But I was going to say, like, whatever form they are on the card is the form they are.
Yeah. But there's no no home turf advantage. It's just either end of an American football pitch.
Yeah. And this is a physical fist fight, no weapons, no magic, no powers.
Even better then. I was going to say I can easily dodge the pinecone arrows that he's going to be shooting at me.
No. Unless you want to do it as you are fighting them and they have all their powers and weapons.
No.
Okay. So you're
Easy.
saying
Phineas is a 1.
Is a 1.
It's a bunny rabbit.
What about Furkrag, Instigator? It's
He's only a 3/3
dragon. I'm pretty sure Furkrag is actually quite a small dragon in comparison to the other dragons in Baldur's Gate, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I'm going to put that
you've got
at
2, 3, 4, and 5 left.
I think maybe let's go 4 because it is a dragon.
Has teeth and claws.
Has teeth and claws. Even if it's the size of a dog, it's going to fuck you up, isn't it? Let's be real.
Okay, so Furkrag is at 4. So you have 2, 3, and 5 left. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. I'm going to say in full armor, no horse.
In full armor? God, I probably couldn't. I've got more chance than the dragon, though, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, I would say you do.
She doesn't have teeth and claws, but that's
no
pretty
swords.
tough. I guess 3.
Okay, so you've got 2 and 5 left. Tarnos, Urza's apprentice.
What nerd? 2.
He's a massive nerd. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Then your number 5 is Nashi.
No. I mean, he's like a ninja, isn't he?
No, but he's tiny.
Yeah, but he's
seen the pictures of him next to like all the Duskmourn like teenagers. He's tiny.
I feel like there's a flaw in the logic of this segment.
So you have the rabbit. I've gotten all their names. I'm really sorry.
Phineas Archer
at 1. Arnos at 2.
Yeah.
Adeline at 3.
Yeah.
Furkrag at 4.
Yeah.
And Nashi at 5. I think Nashi's done you in there.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you have placed Nashi? 3? 2?
2.
Yeah.
He's basically the rabbit, but with more ninja training.
I think you're underestimating the ninja training.
I think the ninja stuff comes up that often, but anyway. My God.
Yeah, but he could like blink out and then punch you in the side of the head.
We have a rule on this show where if it's Lord of the Rings or Doctor Who, I get to skip. 'Cause I just don't understand them. Curie, Emergent Intelligence. There's a Fallout robot.
That's Mr. Handy.
They do have a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Curie up. 4. They feel no pain.
I mean, I think Curie is...
They're a medical...
It's a medical one, yeah.
Yeah, but they still have a fucking bone saw attached to one of their appendages. And they are a robot. They're not really going to, like...
That is true.
I don't think a fist fight is the best form of fighting these guys. I'm going to put Curie at 4. Bladering the Risen. Okay, yes.
Ooh.
That's probably a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bladering's 5.
He's huge.
He's massive, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
Gilwain, casting director.
Casting director, this fucking...
Big nerd.
Theatre nerd. I'm beating this theatre kid up. 1. Him tried to entice me with a hat. Amzu, Swarm's Hunger.
That is a human-sized...
I was going to say it's a
bug
big
man.
Fucking insect with like pointy legs and claw hands. I'm going to say 3.
Yeah, checks out.
I'm going to say 3. So
your number 2
is
some giant or something, please. I mean...
Aronika. I mean, they're a freaking gladiator.
Yeah, like a Roman...
Crone veteran. Yeah, they are an issue. I've never seen this card before.
Me neither.
Taranika, a Crone veteran.
I think
this is okay.
Yeah, it's a human. They are like ripped as hell.
Yeah. 2 a gladiator human. 3 a big bug. 4 a robot that doesn't feel pain. And then 5 a dragon who is literally on fire.
Flaming dragon, yeah.
I'm okay with that, you know?
Yeah, checks out.
I'm okay with that. Okay. There we go. That was quick and easy.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Usually we're like, talking about an hour about like which one's
like, would I smash this strange ethereal creature or not?
Yeah, that was a weird shuffle where it kind of actually worked out. Right. Cool. And then we go for kind of our second to last closing bit. I'm really hoping this will be a quicker episode. I think it will be.
Yeah.
We are going to do some, what everyone loves, some housekeeping. So we've been teasing this for a while, actually. Which is...
Yeah, it keeps getting put off, doesn't it?
Yeah, so for... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I'm not logged in, right? I'm logged in as me, not the podcast. There you go. Take that. Edit out. No, you don't have to. It's fine. I need to dox myself.
Did you? Did you or not?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Learn. It only took 17 episodes, but we learned. Not to do anymore. Cool. And everyone keeps saying that this isn't zoomed in enough. So there you go. Fucking blind bats. Right. So for context, the Magic Castle's Sicko Zone Hall of Fame is every episode we submit a weird card into this ranking list. These are submitted by hosts of the show, submitted by hosts of the show or guests, or in one weird case, the community. And then we rank them by, how weird we feel they are. There is no set criteria for the ranking. It's mainly like a vibe check, looking at art, kind of rules, infractions, like weird word templating, all this kind of stuff. The things that make a Magic card, right? And I also think the thing that Jelly Ian has brought to the fold is like the story of that card and the history of that card in Magic, which is why I think Camouflage will probably stay at the top.
Oh, yeah.
So we've done this a while now. We have currently 21 cards in the list. We're about to add one more, but I think we'll do that after the reshuffle.
Yeah.
Give us a better idea. What we've worked out is like we've been using like certain cards as kind of like tiers, or like the gatekeeper of that tier, right? Like, is it past this? Is it past this? And I think by doing that, it has been useful because it means that we're not just going through every single individual card. It means that I feel like the list is a bit out of whack, and I think we just need to like rearrange it a little bit, make some tweaks. So what I think we're going to propose is, I initially thought what we would do is have like 3 changes each. I don't know if you think that's the best way of doing this. The other way of doing this is us live debating how to do this, which I'm sure is fantastic content. So option 1 is we have 3 proposed changes each, where we say, I think this should be below X or what have you. Or like this should be lower, this should be higher. The other way of doing it is literally going from the bottom up and going, is X weirder than Y? Yes, no.
I think that works. I think that's better.
I think that's better as well, which is why, okay. I'm saying we should do that. So
is this just because you want Lily Bone to go all the way to the top and you're just going to take it all the way?
I don't think she will. I think she might go up by 1. We'll talk about it in a bit. So we have 21 cards in this list. We are going to just quickly say, is this card weirder than the one above it? If it's a yes, it will go up. If it's a no, it will stay where it is. Easy. So card 1 is Lily Bowen, Raging Grandma.
Lily Bowen fans, rise up. Let's go.
Notoriously at the bottom of this list since her inception.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. This was my first submission. I thought it was hilarious that they printed a card which is a buff jacked grandma who gets bigger and smaller, and no one else agrees with me. So that Lily Bowen's our current 21. Current 20 submitted by Max Makes Magic is Pan Glacial Worm, which I think Lily Bowen is weirder than, personally.
I mean, the effect on Pan Glacial Worm is weird.
It's strange, but I don't think it's weirder than. Oh my god, I'm so bad at clicking tabs. I don't think it's weirder than a grandma who gets massive, and then when it hits 16, gets small again.
Yeah,
they literally put in a card with grandma on it. Like, I think it's. I'm seeing if there's any weird versions. There's not.
No, certainly not. Some weird showcase full up.
Yeah, I personally think it's up there, but if you don't think it is, we can keep.
No, I will go with you. I agree.
Okay.
I'm just checking if there's any of the cards with grandma. It's one of those weird Soul Ring moments where you search for it and it finds a bunch of stuff, but there is only one card with grandma.
Okay, so Lily Bowen has gone up one. Unheard of.
She's done it.
It's Lily Bowen.
That's it. We can end episode.
We're getting to this now.
We're done. Cut.
Is Lily?
I was doing an Adam then.
Oh no way. Is Lily Bowen weirder than Bone Dancer? And by the way, what we do for this is the card that is submitted, we take as the printed version, and then the errata version comes into it as this is what they had to do to fix this card, but it's not the kind of, that's not what we're basing off on.
I mean, Bone Dancer's weird. The art's weird. The text, the rules are weird.
I think Bone Dancer's weirder than Lily Bowen. Okay, that's easy. Cool. So Lily Bowen will stay at 20. Bone Dancer's currently at 19. Cosmic Horror. Are these both yours? These are both yours.
Yeah.
Is Bone Dancer weirder than Cosmic Horror?
I think it might be. Yeah. I mean, the art on Cosmic Horror is gross as hell. Weird.
I think this is one that we massively, not massively overrated, but I think we overrated Cosmic Horror. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Also, the templating on Cosmic Horror is weird.
Is it?
Yeah. Like how it's written is just very odd. Actually, no, it isn't. No, it's just seeing pay 3 black made me think it was weird, but yeah. Yay, Bone Dancer, let's go. I'm still trying to find a deck for Bone Dancer.
So Bone Dancer has gone up 1. Is Bone Dancer weirder than Merfolk Assassin?
Jump scare. Weird guy jump scare.
He's a weird guy. So the reason why I submitted Merfolk Assassin was because target creature with Island Walk is a really, really hard condition to hit. That was that was the big thing, which was
the art's weird as well.
This card is just useless, basically. So that was kind of the thing around it, which was I don't know if that's weirder than Bone Dancer.
We're not doing if it's useful or not.
No, but I think it was just funny that it's a bit weird to have.
Yeah. This also the art is incredibly weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, boy, go.
Bone Dancer's got one. He's got.
Can we do a clickbait thumbnail? Bone Dancer number 1? Question mark. Gone wrong?
Maybe. Sorrow's Path. This was submitted by Amy of War Room. This is kind of the benchmark for the middle of the list, but I actually think this goes up quite a bit.
Yeah, this is so weird.
I think this card's fucking strange, dude.
The art is incredible as well, with the dragon waiting to cross the bridge.
Yeah, he's just chilling. This guy is just not having a good day.
He's having a terrible day.
This is your Channel 4 kids BB kids show
that's
wizard.
That's you playing Magic the Gathering. That's who you are.
Yeah. I think
Bone Dancer's under Sorrow's Path.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure. I'll accept.
I actually think Sorrow's Path might be above Shahrazad now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring Shahrazad up because we all know what it is, and I'm just going to try and save some time.
Also, the Shahrazad art is kind of sick. It's good art.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, I think the Shahrazad art is nice. All right, yeah.
It's the Coffin Queen artist.
Cool. Sorrow's Path. Nice.
Imaginary Pet Urza's Saga.
Another one of mine. Wait, I need to fucking sort out my tab. Sorry, that's Imaginary Pet Urza's Saga. Imaginary Pet. Why is it give me 9th? So weird.
Weird kid with cornrows.
Now, this is weird, but this is basically just the fucking Glimmers treatment for Duskmourn.
It is. Urza's Saga predicted Glimmer showcase.
Where is it? I've got.
We're making so many clickbait thumbnails.
It's literally.
It is. Toby.
It's literally Toby.
It's mono blue Toby.
I think. I think Soros Path is winning this.
I also think this goes down a few.
Yeah, I actually think we drop this. I think we drop this below Bone Dancer.
I think we drop it below Merfolk. I think we drop it below Cosmic. I don't think it's as weird as we've rated it.
Yeah, I think we massively overrated.
Should we put it below Lily just so you've got one more? I don't mind.
No, I think it's weirder than Lily, personally. Yeah, okay. I think the art...
I was going to give you that one, but...
I think the art does a lot for it. But yeah, this is definitely...
Yeah, the art is good.
I think we over pushed it. I think we were just laughing at the weird faces.
Yeah.
A weird face...
That's a theme with a lot of these.
A weird face gets you a lot of points in the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame. I'll tell you that much. EDHREC Horror Ussy, as it's so called.
How do you pronounce that? Delroche?
Delroche. Yeah, Delroche. I think it's Delroche. This was mainly on the art.
Yeah.
Because that's a horror Ussy. I think it goes down one.
Agreed.
I think it goes below. I actually think it might go below Shahrazad. Thoughts?
Agree.
Bone Dancer? Is it weirder than Bone Dancer? It's not, is it?
I'm just listening to a video of some guy pronouncing it.
Oh, okay.
It's a German surname.
Oh.
There you go.
I think it actually...
No, that was EDHREC. That was something completely different.
Oh, that's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it goes below Bone Dancer.
Bone Dancer, yeah.
The art, again, is
the only thing that's pulling it, right?
Yeah, whereas Soros Path has, and Bone Dancer even have the scuffed effect and weird art. Now,
boy, Indestructible Aura. Now, I think we've underrated this now. I think it's got too much of a place in our hearts.
Underrated?
Yeah, I think it goes up.
Indestructible Aura?
Yeah. Hear me out.
No,
I think it goes below Chains of Mist. I think it goes into like below Chains of Mephistopheles.
I would happily put that in number one. You know, it's one of my favorite cards of all time.
I don't think it's that weird. I think we can make the argument.
Number one cards that I love. It's there. It's number one. But yeah, I agree. I do think it needs to go up.
I'm gonna put it below Chains for now.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we can have a discussion when we get to it. Old Man.
Oh, I love Old Man.
But is Old Man... Yo, I'm fucking terrible at tabs today. Dude, I'm tired. Leave me alone.
I was laughing at Old Man.
Old Man of the Sea. Is Old Man of the Sea weirder than Soros Path?
I love everything about this card. The bad framing of the picture.
The bad framing of the picture is very good.
He's just lost at sea, like doing this like grapple on this dude. He's got his weird stick ready to like jab it in the dude's ribs. And then the text on the box. Just referring to him as Old Man. Yeah,
it's the Susan Van Camp joint. Okay. Yeah, okay.
But is Soros Path above it? We're in the tank.
Is Soros Path weirder than Old Man of the Sea?
What does Old Man do?
You can gain control of a target creature less than or equal to its power by tapping it. And you can keep it tapped.
Right.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, so you can tap it, take control of a target creature of less power. You keep that as long as it remains tapped. However, if Old Man untaps or the power gets bigger, the creature goes back. So it's a weird effect. Like that is not an effect they will ever print today. I mean, neither Soros Path. I mean, half this fucking list.
I do think Sorrow's Path goes above it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But I think this is where it stops because next
Sentinel.
card, MVP of my Minichi deck that I was playing last night.
Yeah.
But does this go up?
Sentinel. 0. Change Sentinel's base toughness to 1.
Sentinel's
Plus
weird.
The power of target creature blocking or blocked by Sentinel. Sentinel is weird.
Look at the art as well. Take it in.
Yeah, the art is weird. I don't. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. The Kobold 3 submitted by Jelly last episode.
Yeah, last episode, wasn't it?
So this is the trio printing of Kobolds of Upkeep. So this is all 3 of them, just because the art direction across all 3 is completely incoherent. I think it stays there, personally. But hear me out. I think Anger drops down 1. Anger, baby. I
think Anger goes down more than 1.
I could also see that, to be fair.
Because that art, weird. Effects, really good. Anger is like, a highly playable card.
Yeah.
It earns points on the art looking scuffed as hell, but I think the effect being good kind of drops it.
Bone Dancer?
Below?
Oh man, Shahrazad? I think it's in between one of the, like, this little bucket here.
Yeah, maybe above Shahrazad, below but Old Man, because it's a great card.
It is weird, and it is just a Faraton baby. Okay. Reincarnation Legend.
I don't remember this. I do remember this.
You hate this art. It's this.
Yeah. What is going on there?
So I actually think
Animorphs ass.
Yeah, the Animorphs card.
Green card.
I think this goes up 1.
Above the Floral Spasm.
I think it goes... Oh, actually, I don't know. Floral Spasm, now it's got that playtest card.
I don't... show me Reincarnation. Target creatures placed in the graveyard this turn. Bring a creature from that graveyard directly into play under the control of the owner of the target creature.
So if something dies, you just swap it out, right?
That's pretty good, right?
It's a really good effect.
It's that one.
Yeah, it's the weird...
Yeah, it's that one. I've got that in a few decks. So it's a good effect.
This is mainly the art because it's so Animorphs coded.
Yeah. Just the dude with the arrow in his head as well. I've noticed that.
So good. He's so dead.
He is so dead. I don't know if he goes above the Spurs. I love the Spurs.
Okay. No, it's fine. I agree. I was thinking maybe it goes up 1, but I think that the fact that Floral Spasm now has that, well, not Floral Spasm, but Spasms now have that playtest card, I think has helped Floral Spasm's like longevity in the Sicko Zone Hall of Fame in a weird about way.
Are we having a Spasm revival 2025, the year of the Spasm?
I don't know if they will bring Spasms back.
I'm going to say...
I love Legends, man.
I'm going to say they 100% are bringing Spasms back next year, and we'll see who's right.
I will hold my breath. Okay.
That's the holiday set. It's just Spasms.
Yeah. Reincarnation from Legends will stay at number 8. I think Floral Spasm actually probably, the fact that we were debating it, probably just stays where it is.
Yeah, I agree. Because it's not above Indestructible Aura.
Yeah, Indestructible Aura, Chains of Mephistopheles. I think Chains is just fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
The fact that it's legal in Commander is so funny to me.
It's not that complex, though. They've just really massively overcomplicated it.
It has a flowchart.
It does, but it's not that tough.
It's not just the way it's templated.
Yeah, and the meme about it.
Yeah, so it makes it hard.
Is that below Indestructible Aura or?
It is currently above Indestructible Aura by 1.
So I mean, does it go down or is it?
Oh, sure.
No, because it has the memes.
Yeah, I think it stays there. I think
Temerian Fiends. Oh yeah,
stays. Yeah, that guy.
I love this one.
I think that stays where it is.
I want to know more about the guy in the background though. I want him to come back.
Goat man.
It's got like a hoofering nose though. That's what gets me.
Stays where it is.
See it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the real question is, does that go up against Amulet of Quaz?
I don't get anything can knock Amulet of Quaz off.
No. So I actually think this is really rogue. I think Amulet of Quaz goes up by 1.
You think?
Yep. I think Elvish Bard goes down 1. Amulet of Quaz goes... Oh, God, that's the whole fucking thing. That's no good. Amulet of Quaz goes to number 2.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I think that is our new Sicko Zone Hall of Fame ranking.
So Camouflage. Still number 1.
I don't think Camouflage can be beat for a really long time. I predict the person that will knock Camouflage off number 1 will be Jelly. It will be Ian again. When they come up with like some crazy like narrative thread, which is like, I've done investigations, I found this card, all this kind of stuff. Like I would bet money that the person who knocks Camouflage off is Jelly themselves.
I think there will be some kind of miraculous birth, and this child will age quickly enough to be on the pod, and then they will knock it off. It'll be some kind of like
your
there's a prophecy.
Fucking hell, wax.
There's a prophecy of the child who will knock Camouflage off number 1.
Predicted a child being born who is a fan of this podcast, listening to long enough that we're still doing it, and then they predict they somehow become a guest. And also that there's going to be a Spasm set next year. So
100%, both those will be true. I just have to predict some stuff that isn't going to be, right.
That's fair. Okay, cool. That is our homework done.
Nice.
Homework, housework. Oh no,
we got a new thing to add, right?
We do. Yes, thank you. So yesterday we asked during the stream, Jen and Don, if they wanted to add any cards for this absolute nightmare. It was Angel's Trumpet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. I'm not being silly. I did hear correct. Donnie has submitted Angel's Trumpet from Earth's Legacy. Oh, that's from the list. That's cute. Angel's Trumpet is a 3-mana artifact. Attacking does not cause creatures to tap. So attacking, all creatures have vigilance. At the end of each player's turn, tap all untapped creatures he or she controls that did not attack this turn. Angel's Trumpet does 1 damage to that player for each creature tapped this way. So this punishes go wide, basically, and does 1 damage to everyone. This is seen in like... It can also be played in decks that like give mass creatures to each player, and then suddenly they take buttloads of damage. Okay.
Nice art. Nice Kev Walker art. So it doesn't have that going for it.
Yeah, the art's good. The art's fun.
It is a weird effect though.
The effect's fun though, in like a weird way. Like, you're only if they're playing this fairly, which normally they're not, but hey, if they're playing it fairly, you're basically just being punished for being ahead, which I think is fine. I think it's like more decks should probably play Angel's Trumpet, personally. I can't see this being... I love how Bone Dancer is just now the new measuring stick.
I'm happy with that. I love Bone Dancer. He's a great card.
I can't see it being weirder than Bone Dancer.
No. It's got the anger problem, where anger's got weird art and a great effect. This has kind of got great art and a weird effect.
Yeah.
But the effect is pretty good.
The effect is just good.
Yeah. It is an odd effect, though.
I think it's literally one below Bone Dancer.
What does Chewie think?
Chewie doesn't think, that's the problem.
Okay.
That's the problem. This dog doesn't think. I think
Number
it actually
18?
is below. I think it's 18. I think it's below Merfolk Assassin. I could have just copied this.
I'm happy with that. Now, Jen, if you're listening to this episode, you need to submit an entry.
Yeah. Cool. So Angel's Trumpet is our loot number 18.
New top 5?
Quickly, top 5. That's what I was good. My brain just fucking froze, dude. All right, Camouflage, 30th Anniversary is number 1. Amulet Quaz, number 2. Elfish Bard Alliances Art, number 3. Temerian Fiends, number 4. And Chains of Mephistopheles, number 5. Indestructible Aura got a massive glow up and is now number 6.
Much deserved.
But I think that is deserved. I think that's like I think we should do this every now and again, which is like, what are the ones that we keep talking about? They should probably go up. And also, it's no longer just like, it's like a personal preference, like fame, like podcast fame thing, right?
Behind the scenes a little bit, we've been discussing merch, and I still think Indestructible Aura, we should just do like a bootleg Indestructible Aura tee. I would rock the hell out of that.
I don't hate that. I would not be caught dead wearing one. I think that'd be quite funny. I think a Indestructible Aura battle vest would be the funniest thing we could sell, because himself is wearing a battle vest.
That's incredible. And there's him on the back.
Oh yeah. It'd be sick. It'd be so
good. So good.
Cool. Did you know only 33% of you are subscribed to us on YouTube? That's actually quite close to the number. Oh, no, sorry, 66% of you are not subscribed. So when I said 33% of you are subscribed. So 2/3 of you are not subscribed to this show on YouTube.
What's going on?
Please like and follow us on YouTube. It really helps us out. Please follow us on TikTok. We are still on the race to 1,000 followers. Please subscribe to us on Spotify and leave a review. It really helps us. Like, we're in this weird thing where I think the category we're in is weird. Like I think we're in gaming and comedy. I need to look at the Spotify categories. Anyway, but what I was going to get to is, obviously those categories are really, really competitive. So any reviews, listens on Spotify or shares is really, really helpful. You can find us on Bluesky at Magic Castles Pod. Just search that, and it's got the weird Bluesky social handle, but I can't remember the exact wording for that. So please follow us on Bluesky. Follow us on Instagram. Don't follow us on Twitter. I mean, you can, but like, whatever. It's not the be all end all.
Yeah. TikTok, follow us there. Just follow us everywhere, please. Interact, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things, because helps us.
And we will catch you next week. Next episode. Bye.